I do want to say one thing, because I find it frustrating that we have councillors playing politics with this issue. And in 7.5 years on council, I've never gone to an FCM. And I look forward to councillors Wong and Thompson not submitting their $5,000 plus expense claims for going on a week-long junket to Quebec City at FCM this week, including staying in nice hotels and per diems and flights. I've never thought that's worthwhile to do for a community of 45,000 people. I would have been appalled at spending that kind of money. But if Councillor Wong's going to lecture me about putting the money back, I'm assuming he's not going to seek reimbursement for that, because that $5,000 he's going to be reimbursed for, $4,000, is going to be remarkably similar to the additional salary we're talking about today, and which again, as Councillor Gambioli points out, leaves us with exactly the same amount of money in our pocket before or after.
Okay, on that note, Councillor Thompson.
How do I begin? Politicking is when you pull a card like that to make a point. And I don't believe, well, I know I'm not, I don't believe Councillor Wong is making this statement as a way of saying we're better than you or we are politicking.
We can differ on that, I suppose.
Yes, I paid for my flights.
Good.
I didn't submit a DM. It's a shame that you had to bring that up, but anyway.
You're also independently wealthy.
So, okay, so council is kind of digressing,
So
but I think...
You know, what I'd like to point out is that we're not making nothing. We're actually making, if this is job, if we did it efficiently, we could do it in 25 hours a week. If we really applied ourselves and put our mind to it, you could carve out those times. So we're not making nothing. And you're asking us to increase our wages at a time where there's so much uncertainty right now in the economy, in the performance of council in the district. There's a lot of questions out there. And I'm saying I'm not prepared. I'm not comfortable to say I'm in a position where I'm happy to be rewarded, whether it's keeping up with the Joneses or not. I don't say this in any disrespect to former councillors who are taking a hit this year. I didn't sign up for the pay. I don't feel comfortable taking the increase, and that's period. Thank you.
Councillor Wong.
Thank you, Your Worship. And sir, to Councillor Cameron's point, I'm not trying to politic with this at all. In fact, later on when we have the council reports, I'm actually going to encourage all of council to go to conferences. You know, seeing my colleagues from across the country go together as a group, not only to build teamwork and to build relationships, but also to hear from other municipalities on what they're doing, what's working, what's not working, discussing amongst ourselves right after we hear a speaker, and seeing how we can apply those things and those learnings to West Vancouver to make this a better community. Certainly, I think there's a lot of value in that. Certainly, not everybody has to agree with me, and I respect different opinions, but I would, you'll hear me later on encouraging actually all of us to go. The City of North Vancouver, save one councillor, they all went because for that reason, to build relationships, to build teamwork. And, I think that is something that all councils should strive towards, is cohesiveness and effectiveness and being truly one team. And so perhaps, opinion can be, you can have 1,000,001 opinions about whether that's a wise use of funds or not, or whether that's a wise use of time. But that's what I will be encouraging our council to do.
Okay, Councillor Thompson.
So I'm actually grateful for this opportunity, but I find myself in kind of an awkward and unfortunate situation that I need to qualify a statement that was made last council meeting. And that was a statement when we were voting on to increase our pay raise. And when Councillor Cameron put on that he was looking forward to seeing us submit our $5,000 submission for expenses. I looked mine today, and it was just under $1,400. And, you know, Councillor Cameron, I've heard you a number of times say to fellow councilmen and people outside, you know, check your facts, right? So I just wanted to make clear, because it, not only did you say it publicly, it got published the next day. So I wanted to make it public that my actual expenditures were under $1,400, or around $1,400. But the most concerning thing to me was the innuendo that went with it of lack of integrity and perhaps hypocrisy. And, you know, we sit here at this table as leaders and expect our public and ask our public to speak respectfully to us. And I think where that has to come first and foremost is within the horseshoe. And I'd just like to suggest that we should follow that moving forward.
Okay, thank you for that reminder.